Good day everybody, this is your host Ali Rathor with another Blender tutorial. So in today's tutorial we are going to make an ocean wave and then we're going to animate that ocean wave. So stick around, we'll be back after this short intro. And we're back. So this is the final product that we're going to have. And I'm just going to play the animation for you so you actually know what you're getting yourself into. So if I play that, you can see this is an ocean design and the wave design. And we are going to use the ocean modifier in this Blender. I'm just going to show you my Blender version as well. Once the animation is finished, we're going to go back and I'm just going to show you Blender. The version I'm using is 3.2.2. I'm going to zoom in so let you guys know what my version is, and then we are going to kick it off. So I'm just going to press File, New and General. I'm not going to save this one. I haven't saved this one, and I'm just going to press A and press Delete to delete everything. Then I'm going to press 1, and to begin with I'm just going to press Shift A and go to Mesh, and then I'm going to add a plane, right? So this is our plane. I'm going to zoom in, press G and Z to take it a bit at the top. Now while we're in the object mode, I'm going to select this one and go to your modifier on the right side. For those of you who don't know, this is the wrench tool for modifier, right? Click it, add a modifier, and we're going to look for the ocean modifier. This is it. So you need to check the versions before this one if they have the ocean modifier, but the one that I have does have this modifier. If it's not, you can go to preferences and add it on. So I'm going to click it. The moment I click it, you can see the dimensions of these are changed. So I'm just going to select it and press GZ, take it a bit top, and I'm gonna go to the top right corner and I'm gonna just select the second one, like it's called viewpoint shading. So we actually know, or we can actually do this one, just the shading part, right? Now coming back to the values for the modifier, what I'm going to do is we just need two values. Number one is the resolution viewpoint. I'm going to change it to, let's say, 15. And I'm going to zoom in and you can see the resolution viewpoint is 15, right? And then after that, I need a random seed. This is the one, the last value. I'm going to select it. I'm going to select 50. So you guys can play around with this one. I'm going back so you guys actually know the shape of the wave is taking place. So these values, both of them, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. You can play around with them. You can play with the depth and the resolution viewpoint and the random seed as well, right? Now for animating, we will use the time value in this one, but for now I'm just going to leave it now. So our shape and our depth of the wave is selected now. I'm going to go, either you can go to the shading tab or at the top, or while selected, I'm just going to go to bottom left corner. I'm going to zoom in. I'll let you guys know. So I'm just going to select the clock here, and I'm going to go to shader editor. Okay, I'm just going to click it. So we're now in the shader editor. There's nothing there. So while you've got the object selected, I'm gonna click new and get a new material. It's always good to name your material. So I'm gonna say ocean material. So if we export it, we know what we need to do. And we're just gonna go back a little while. So if this is done, if you're happy with this one, it's okay. But the second thing we need to add is go to the waves tab. Again, we're going back to the ocean modifier, go to wave tab, and then we're going to do scale. So you can increase the scale of your waves. Could be 5, could be 2. So the one that I keep is 2. It depends what you want. If you want like a storm animation, then you can increase the scale of this one. The third thing we're going to do is add a foam. The data layer, I always name it foam layer. I'm going to zoom in so you know which one we're talking about. So it's waves and foam. And I'm going to go back and show you the waves one. Zoom it and wave it. All right. So I've just increased the scale to 2. It was 1. And underneath that, I've just selected the foam one. I've named the data layer foam layer. You can name it anything you want. And I'm going to increase the coverage. So you can do 0.15, 0.2, 0.25, whatever. So I'm just going to put it 0.25 for now. So you can play around with these values and see whichever value you think is fit. Now coming back to the shader part. So you can do this first and then come to the shader part. And I'm going to go to the shader part, zoom into my shaders. Now we will need to add few panels in here, right? So the first one we are going to add is, I'm going to press Shift A, and I am going to add the panel which is shader panel. So I'm going to write down S. Is it writing? Again, Shift A, search shader. So I'm just going to add a shader, right? So this shader is going to come in between the BSF, and I'm just going to leave it there, right? So it's auto connected. That's the first thing. So we are going to play around with it, but first we'll do the panels first. So shader we've already added. Then we are going to add another panel called Shift A again, and I'm going to write emission, right? So this one is here, and emissions we are going to connect with the shader one. I hope you guys can see this. I don't think I need to zoom it around, but still I'll do it. So this is the one. BSDF is connected with your shader, and shader connected with your surface, and the emission panel is connected with your shader. I hope everyone is going around with me. Then we're going to add another panel called color ramp, sorry, COLORRAMP. So we're just going to add this one. I'm going to zoom out. Oh, I've done mistakes. So emission is going to go with the shader, and the color ramp is going to come with the color, right? This is the situation that's going to be. And we've already got these two. So I'm just going to put them, because I actually added this one in between. After color ramp, we are going to add another panel. We're going to search for it. Again, Shift A, and then search for it. It's called attribute, right? So I'm just going to add it before the color ramp. Select color and add it to FAC. I'm going to zoom in to let you guys know. This is the attribute one and color ramp. I hope this is clear to you. And under the geometry node, you need to name it. So I'm just going to write down like wave at. So that's the name attribute, like wave attribute. That's the wave attribute we're looking for. So this is what we are done with the panels. We don't need to add any more panel, but the color we need to see. So go to BSDF. I'm going to zoom in for you guys and check the base color. So I'm going to zoom in, go to base color. For me, select anything. So for me, I'm just going to go maybe here, and then we're going to go down, and transmission is going to be 1. The moment you change it, you'll get this color. So if you're just looking for a static object, you can just export this one. Or the next step, we are going to add the animation. Coming back to animation, you can play around with the color. You can play around with the color ramp as well. So for example, if you're not looking for a white, because it makes the waves go white more. This one, color ramp, right? So you can play around with these values to see whichever effect you want the most. Now coming back to the animation, we're going to go again to the bottom left part, select it, and we're going to go to timeline. So we're going to go to timeline. I'm going to zoom into my mouse. So this is Shift F12, or I'm just going to click time. We are back to our timeline. Select your object. I hope I'm not going too fast, because this is very step-by-step tutorial for anybody who doesn't even know Blender. They can just follow it around. So you click the object in the layout mode and in object mode, and we are going to select the time and right click and select insert keyframes right on the first frame. Then we're going to go to 250 frame, because I'm just keeping the animation to 1 to 250. If you want to shorten the animation, you can select the end frame, right? Again, select time, maybe 10 or 15, maybe 15, and right click, insert keyframe, right? Going back, I'm just going to play the animation, and you'll see our wave has now animated. So it's a very slow and calm ocean to begin with. So these are the only values that you need to follow. Again, I'm going to zoom in and show you that this is the time where we actually insert the keyframe. You can right click on it and insert the keyframe on the first frame, and then on the last frame we increase the value to 10. See, we increase the time value to 15, sorry, and then it actually animates. So that's all it takes for you to animate a wave, and then you need to export it. Just left click it and file, export. It's up to you how you export it. If you want an FBX, you just go to bash mode, selected object, and you go get everything, apply, transform, and export as much as you want. And that's about it for this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. We will be bringing in more Blender tutorials. The next one would be how you can actually add and infuse the ocean modifier or the wave modifier for your texture. For example, if you want to give this animation to a land-based texture, maybe a rocks or a mountains, you want to show an earthquake or something like that. So we'll be bringing in more tutorial. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, you want any tutorial, just give us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and like and follow us for more content. This is your host Ali Rathor, bringing you Blender tutorial. Hope to see you guys again. Take care and bye-bye.